Deputy Speaker, and a very heartfelt maiden speech from the Honourable Member for St Austell and Newquay. Cornwall and the Highlands of Scotland share our westerly reaches and our Celtic background. Now, I'm very proud to have been elected to serve the people of the West Highlands and Inverness in this Parliament. Following the Electoral Commission's mistaken decision to cut the number of Highland constituencies from three to two, I've to a large extent replaced both former MPs Ian Blackford and Drew Henry, who represented Roscoe and Lochaber, and Inverness, Nairn, Bennis and Strathbay to the best of their ability. To say this constituency is geographically challenging would be an understatement. It takes 4 hours to drive from east to west and from north to south. Now, the Highlands of Scotland are bountiful in their beauty, from the miles of sandy beaches in Gairloch and Lochaber, the mountains of Ben Nevis, the Skye Cuillins, Torridon, and the castles of Urquhart and Loch Ness and Eilean in West Ross. Our oak trees and Scots pine trees are bent over as a result of the prevailing westerly wind. We have beautiful lochs and large and powerful rivers around every bend in the road. Astonishing though the beauty is, like my amazing predecessor Charles Kennedy, it is the people of the Highlands that I love and am delighted to represent. But while the Highlands are beautiful and its people are wonderful, the region struggles financially. The Highland Council is burdened with £1.2 billion in debt. Inverness population has increased rapidly, but the 3.5-hour road from the Highland capital to Scotland's capital isn't dualled and isn't safe. The rural west faces severe fuel poverty, long journeys for NHS treatment, public services cuts, and a lack of essential services, with many of the young leaving for the cities. Now, wouldn't it be wonderful if a fairy godmother came along and bestowed an asset to the Highlands, something that generated serious money over the generations for the area, and a long-term provider of great employment? There is such an asset. The West Highlands is the wettest area in Europe. The wind is virtually unceasing. We have the most fantastic land to benefit from the move to renewables. This opportunity has not gone unnoticed. Utilities and infrastructure firms from all over the world are queuing up to install 200-metre-high wind turbines on our hills. Our hydro schemes are getting upgraded, and there are £5 billion pump storage sites at various stages of development in my constituency. Major construction projects abound across the Highlands, and thousands of workers are being brought in, accommodated in temporary modular housing. Now, Scottish electricity peak use is 3 gigawatts, and our peak production in Scotland is 10 to 14 gigawatts. Scotland may add as much as another 10 gigawatts of production capacity by 2030. We will be producing 7 times more electricity than we use. Now, like prospectors to a gold rush, the rich opportunities are accompanied by challenges. There are 2 important issues that we may need to pay attention to. The first, that there is a cost to this for us in the Highlands, the industrialisation of our countryside. What was a beautiful view of the mountains is now rows of 200-metre-high whirling turbines and large new pylons marching across the country to the cities where the demand is. The second issue is, what is in it for the locals? The turbines and generators are manufactured overseas. The developer and utilities are from out with the UK, and the workers are shipped in. From this multi-billion-pound industry, our total community benefit last year was an estimated £9.1 million in the Highlands, and £26.4 million across Scotland as a whole. It should be a multiple of this. In the Highlands, we pay 50% more for electricity connection than in the south of England, and yet the Highlands is increasingly where this electricity is generated. The government is releasing the restrictions on onshore wind farms in England. What is an issue for Scotland now will become one for many rural areas across Great Britain. So what can be done about this? I propose that 5% of revenue from all newly consented renewable energy generated both onshore and offshore to be paid to community benefit funds. Yeah. For onshore projects, 2/3 of this to the affected council ward and 1/3 to a council infrastructure fund. For offshore projects, all of the 5% of gross revenue to go to the council infrastructure funds. For existing renewable projects over 1 megawatt, they should pay 2% as per the split already outlined. For transmission lines and substations, the Irish have an excellent community benefit plan that we can learn from. Now, I'd like the Energy Minister to listen to this rather than do his emails. The Norwegians handled the revenue from the North Sea oil boom well, and their sovereign wealth fund is now valued at $1.7 trillion. Britain saved nothing. We are in a real danger of repeating this mistake with the renewables bonanza. Can I close my address by saying there is considerable disadvantage for the people of rural Britain taking on the downsides of hosting our move from a carbon-based economy to a renewable electric alternative. It is only fair that we make this beneficial to the affected people. It is great the Great British Energy Bill will be further strengthened to include enabling community energy. I think that is really important. And finally, Inverness is the centre of onshore and offshore wind, the existing hydropower industry, and the massive pump storage projects. I'm glad that GB Energy is going to be headquartered in Scotland, and believe Inverness would be the right place for it. Irrespective, one of the first jobs should be to look at my proposals and ensure that the benefits of Scotland's renewables can be properly shared, because this is an opportunity that we cannot afford to miss.